In my field of youth development, I often come across adults who express, these kids today, man, these kids, they just soft. Man, these kids are different. Well, I'm going to push back a little bit on that today. I believe that these kids have the same needs that we had growing up. In 1943, Maslow, he talked about what he defined as his hierarchy of needs. Psychological needs, food, shelter, air, water. Esteem needs, self-esteem, position, love and belonging needs, connection, family, friends, self-actualization needs, sense of purpose, and also safety and security needs, emotional safety, physical safety. He talked about how humans are motivated by needs. I think that's true today as it was when we were growing up. The challenge is that there's one fundamental question that every kid asks themselves, whether they realize it or not. And that question is simply, am I normal? Children do what they believe is normal. The challenge is that the standard of normal has been diminished. Their normal is not our normal. These kids are being exposed to things that we were not exposed to at our age. I never thought trauma would be used as a form of entertainment growing up. I want you to think about that for a moment. I did a study on adversity, and one of the things it talked about, and this was probably 8 to 10 years ago, it said that the average person experiences 15 adversities per day. Now, this was in the 70s. I define adversity for kids as when things don't go the way they want them to go or expect them to go. But the study also said that the average person experienced 21 adversities per day. Now, this was 8 to 10 years ago. I believe that number, because of today's challenges, have gone up to maybe 30 or so a day. So instead of coming down on kids and calling kids soft, I think it's important that we have more compassion and practice more empathy when it comes to our kids today. One of the best definitions that I've heard for empathy is listening to understand without judgment. I think we judge our kids harshly today. And one thing I want to encourage you to think about is simply this. Our parents judged our generation and called us soft. Each generation judges the next generation. So I want to encourage you to kind of think about that. Why? Because if our kids are soft today, if they are different today, I'm curious, who's responsible? Just something to think about. I'm JT, the Mentor Coach, and I'll see you in the next video.